What's up, beautiful people? Happy
everyone.
March. We're a couple weeks away from Easter, which is crazy.
Yeah.
This year's flying by.
Yeah.
And we have experienced, I think, 14 different seasons over the last week,
Yeah.
which is Tennessee for you. But I hope you guys are having fun with it. Today, we're going to talk about AI, which feels fitting because that's what everyone's talking about right now.
Right?
You know?
Coming up at every listing appointment.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
If I hear one more person say, there will be no more agents because AI will replace you, I'm going to just run through a wall or something
Yeah.
because it's
Right.
crazy.
Right. Yeah. One thing we like to do, like with AI, like I treat AI like an intern, right? Like got great ideas, helps you think through some things, maybe present some new options.
Yeah.
But you don't want to let it do your thinking for you, right? You want to make sure that you're applying your wisdom, your knowledge, all the background that you have to the ideas that it's presenting.
Exactly. And case in point, like AI is only as good as the prompts that you give it, the questions that you ask it, and the ability you give it to tell you no. Right? Okay. Because it's really just there to serve you. It's sort of a mirror into who you are. It kind of algorithmically changes its answers. You could have 3 different people ask the same question. It'll give a different answer to all 3 of you. Case in point, a couple weeks ago, one of my friends came up to me and said, hey, I had ChatGPT put a picture in there and asked it, should I be a model? And it said, yes, of course you should be a model. You've got the best face. You've got a perfect jaw structure, cheekbones, blah, blah, blah. And I'm looking at this person, all love to them. But I'm going, okay, let me try that. And I put in a picture of me and I said, hey, should I be a model? And it said, yeah, of course you should be. Because it's just going to tell you, in a lot of cases, it's just going to tell you what you want to hear. You know?
Yeah. It's a good tool. Like,
great tool.
I've had it. I'll bring up like lots of questions and I'll ask it things like when we're listing a house or when we're buying a house. Like, it's good to bring up those questions, but a lot of times it's not applicable or it's got. It throws things in from left field that aren't really that have no bearing on the decision making in the first place. So I think, but there's been other times where it provides great information and it provides like, oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we get a lot of phone calls from people and they'll say, hey, AI said my house is worth this. And it's like, okay, great. That works just like a Zillow's estimate, right?
Yes.
It's just taking an algorithm and it's taking a conglomeration of everything that you've asked it and it's putting this number out there. Mm-hmm. But you don't want to take that as gospel or take that as,
Yeah, because AI can't walk your house. It can't walk through it and see all the wonderful things that you've done. You can put a lot of that into it, but it's not the same thing as a person who's a trained, seasoned agent who really knows your market, walking the space. It's just one of many tools. You've got your Zillow's estimate. You've got Redfin estimate. You've got Realtor.com estimate. You've got the Tax Suite estimate. You've got ChatGPT estimate. You've got all these things. Those are great, helpful tools, especially just to know what you're up against when you're pricing your home, right? Because buyers out there are going to be looking at the Zestimate and they're going to think, oh, well, you've got this price at 2.4 million. Why does the Zestimate say that it's worth 1.8? Well, there's a lot of factors in there potentially, right? Or maybe you're just priced way too high.
Yeah.
So these are great tools. They're great servants, horrible masters. You know?
Right. And don't just trust your real estate agent either. Like just because we show up when we tell you this, hopefully we'll be able to explain it in a way that makes sense to you. Right? Or if you have another agent who's showing up at your house, they can explain it in a way because you can do the same thing that we're doing, right? You can look at 2 houses and say, okay, this house has this, and this house has, similar features, but it's missing a pool. How do you value that pool? And then we can show you how to value a pool in that neighborhood.
Yeah. Or just driving down the street. AI can't drive down the street and tell you the feeling you get whenever you're in a neighborhood, or if there's, power lines across the street, or whatever, a crack house down the road.
It doesn't realize there's a pig farm right next door.
What does it smell like?
Right.
There's all kinds of stuff, right? So it's a great tool. We use it. I use it regularly. Every day I'm on ChatGPT or Claude, and I am using it as an agent that I have employed to do things for me, just like you said, like a great intern that you're training and you're teaching, and it's helpful in a lot of ways to save you some time, but it's not your only resource. So it's something to know and to be aware of, and we're certainly using it. But,
and we love it. I love it when people show up. When I show up at somebody's house and they're saying, "Hey, I asked ChatGPT this. here's the information, right? I love that. And it's like, okay, now let's walk through that and figure that out together.
100%.
As long as they're not taking it as gospel.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that makes it a little bit tricky.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'd love to have those conversations with you. So if you're thinking about buying or selling this month, it is the season. We are in a crazy, I mean, I've already had this past week 3 different multiple offer situations, which
Yeah.
hasn't happened in a couple of years. Okay.
Yeah.
So spring
up.
has sprung. People are ready to go, and rates are a little, doing their thing.
They're hovering right around 6% up
Yeah.
and down a little bit, but
They're still low. They're
Yeah.
still low, but this war, whatever you want to call it,
Right.
is definitely having some bearing on that with gas prices and all that. That said, you never know where it's going to go. So
God help us all.
we're praying.
Yeah.
We're praying for you guys.
All right.
Yeah, we'll see you next time.
All right, we'll see you.
Bye.